Welcome to Love Notes, Twin Soul Songs. Beloved ones, love is a state of being, not a feeling or a specific course of behavior. Love, unconditional, does not necessarily prioritize niceness or propriety, though this state facilitates power and knowing that is directly channeled from higher soul, which would tend to guide things in a gentle way. We create duality by fighting for and against the same thing, push-pull. As an example, we want affection, so we go seeking it, while at the same time defending against affection because we have shadows of fear and unworthiness. So many of us feel like spiritual warriors. Sometimes things feel brutal and we are susceptible to exhaustion. But since we are of the Creator and ultimately responsible for our experience of reality, the wounds that accumulate throughout these wars on earth are self-inflicted. We essentially take ourselves out. Every time our presence slips, we become vulnerable to attack. Every time we violate universal law, we are dealt a blow. Some call this karma. The fighting ends when we surrender to ourselves. There is no judgment in this act. The trials here were so difficult with purpose. We were meant to stumble and fall so we could come back up the other side and truly know what we are capable of, for no reason other than to know. Knowledge of creation by Creator, and Creator by creation, through creation to become Creator, and on goes the great spiral. Adventure for adventure's sake. We are surrendering to the higher soul of greater creation. We are a fractal of that greater whole. This is our creation energetically. Surrendering is challenging because our fighting has brought us so far. It enabled us to explore the outer limits. And then we realized that the fighting eventually turns inward. We need to make peace with ourselves, within ourselves, and the illusion of separation will dissolve. We will awaken. Our eyes will be opened to the next level of truth. Perhaps surrender is too physical a word. It feels like an action or an inaction, and so the ego balks. Instead, what we aim for is the middle way, 0 point, balance, union of opposing forces. A country that refuses to take a side in war is considered neutral. Neutrality is unconditional love. Tuning in closer and closer to this perfect frequency causes a relaxation, expansion, openness, lightness. It's how we know we're over the target. Surrender is causing tension to slacken by giving up the fight. In the point of recognition that both sides are equal in all things, both sides become the same, even with their obvious differences. That point is located in the center of your heart. Once this understanding is crystallized there, so the truth will be shone through that lens and into reality. It's okay to surrender. It's okay to stop fighting. Life will not stop. Action will not stop. Choices will still be made. Only now they will be made from the perspective of oneness. No more fear. No more preferential treatment. Unconditional love will be the power behind our happiness. Why take this path of separation through to remembrance? So that we could anchor and embody the knowledge of self-awareness from the outside in, human counterpart to soul counterpart. Like children, we naturally rebelled against our mother-father. We were vital and passionate, and we shattered ourself into infinite material experiences of selves, all occurring at once. Like a kid in a candy shop, we wanted to try everything. Now that we've explored all the extremes, learned and matured, we can begin reuniting our fractured, storied selves. This return of people to the knowledge of their greater existence will raise creation into a higher state. Competition will simply cease to exist. Lower vibrations will be out of our scope of perception. Harmony will be the new foundation of normalcy. It is difficult to imagine what it will all look like because we are used to a reality projected through the old lens. Hold the light in your heart and the space will be made to birth a new world. Continue taking the steps of living in a state of unconditional love in your life. Even if only a few people benefit, those people were meant to benefit, and somebody needed to take inspired action to make it happen. Follow the call. Do not resist the perfect pitch orchestration of Source as they play a beautiful chord through the instrument that is you. As always, in all ways, I love you. Be well, beloveds.